Hey, once this be a bit of comparison here between the Fitbit Ionic. This is the Adidas version, not that that matters. And then this is the Venu SQ. The reason why I mention this is the Adidas is it has one extra thing here for the Adidas train, which we'll get to in a moment. Then this is again the Venu SQ from Garmin. So both these look very, very similar as you can see here. First, I want to start off with the cords though. So this is the Fitbit Ionic cord. It's actually magnetic. It just sits there. Nice thing about this is if you accidentally hit it, it will just pop on off. You should not hurt your watch. Whereas the Garmin has, well, this they've been using on a lot of their watches in the last couple of years. It just pops on in here, but it is not magnetic. So if you move the cord, if you accidentally kick the cord or something, your entire watch will probably go with it. So you've got to be a bit more careful with the Garmin's, where this one will just pop on off. Get these out of the way here. Alright, now let's talk about the watches themselves, the ways they look. So again, they both do look pretty similar here. The Ionic is a little bit bigger, and I think the display is a bit nicer on it. But both of these are, you can easily see these outside or inside. One thing to note too is you can see on the Ionic here, the different things are moving around, like the heart rate and stuff are moving. So this has better watch faces, whereas on the SQ here, they are just they don't move or anything like that. They're nice, they're beautiful, but they do not move. If you want to get the moving ones, you have to get the normal Venu or the Venu 2, excuse me, not the SQ. Again, they still look nice. They just don't have any. They just don't move at all. So it just looks a bit cooler on the Ionic here, as you can see. Again, if you get the normal Venu or Venu 2, you'll get moving watch faces. The Ionic here has 3 buttons, so one on this side, 2 on that. SQ has just these 2 buttons. This is actually some sort of metal. This is just plastic. The entire thing is just basically plastic, where this is actually a little bit of metal to it. So a little bit nicer build on the Ionic here. Going to the back here, both of these of course have heart rate sensors on them. Both of these are water resistant, so you can take them both swimming. Keep on hitting buttons on that. The Ionic here has just that. You just snap them on off, snap them back in. But these are specific. The bands are specific to the Ionic. They will not fit other Fitbit watches or other watches. But you can get a whole crazy amount of these off of Amazon for super duper cheap. Whereas the Venu SQ here has standard 20mm bands. It is slightly sort to the side, it pops on off. A little bit harder to do than on the Ionic, but not hard at all. And again, you can get these off of Amazon for super cheap, or you can buy them from Garmin or other brands. Again, 20mm bands will fit this. They are just standard bands. I'd recommend getting them off Amazon. They're super duper cheap, actually pretty good quality. One more quick thing to know about the screens here is you can get an always on display on the Venu SQ, whereas the Ionic, sadly they did not implement that into this in any updates, so it is just the raise to wake, but you can see it works pretty dang well. And then this would be raise to wake as well, or it can also be the always on display, but in order for the always on display to work, it has to be on your wrist. It seems like when you take it off your wrist, the screen will go dark, probably to save battery, I would imagine. So that's one more thing, quick thing to note here. Let's talk about the actual interfaces here. So on the Ionic, this button here will turn on the display or turn off the display, or you press and hold. I have mine set to be music, but you can set this button to do different things here when you press and hold it. Swiping down, you will get your notifications, and you can see your battery life there and also the date. Swipe down one more time, you get music, your wallet, and then some quick settings. So do not disturb, sleep mode, brightness, and then if you want your watch to do the gesture, or you have to use the button Swiping upward, you get your few different widgets here. So we have the steps this hour, and also the hours, the activity hours for the day. I've not been wearing this watch today, as you can tell. I only have 8 steps. Steps for the entire day. You have your activity there, your calories burned, your distance you've gone so far, stairs. One thing to note is this does not have built-in stairs. It will not count your steps or your stairs taken. Hopefully you cannot hear the dog barking outside. Of course, try to make videos, then it's gotta make a bunch of noise. Your heart rate here. Let's see, it doesn't always want to cooperate. Then your fat burn, cardio, and peak calories. Your fitness score, along with your fitness age, so to speak, fitness age there. Your sleep. These will just be different sleeps. So your wake, REM, light, and deep. Again, I did not wear this to bed last night, so it doesn't show anything right now. Then your hours for the week, average hours for the week. Then you have different badges here. It doesn't always want to do what you want it to do. Okay. There's just different badges. Then 0 out of 5 days for a week of the exercise, so however many days out of the 5. As they want you to do 5 days of exercise. And then you can also have water, food, and weight on here as well. But you can only choose up to 7 of these stats. Again, hit this button too when you're in a different menu and it'll go back. Then if you hit this top right button here, gets you to alarms. Bottom right button here will get you, or should get you to exercise. I must have hit something to change it to where it does now Adidas, so that's fun. You can put different we call them apps on both these buttons as well. But when I must have been hitting some when I was showing off the back of this. And then we have alarms here. I mean, that's just your standard alarms. But the nice thing about the Fitbits are you also have the smart wake. So wake you, one of the things, it's a good time to wake you up within a half hour of your alarm. So it's supposed to make you not be as groggy. We have different exercises, so a whole bunch of different exercises here. You can do up to 7 shortcuts, and then he has a whole bunch more. A lot of these are kind of just standard general workouts. We'll just do like heart rate, maybe distance, stuff like that, maybe some GPS. Whereas the Garmin seem to be a bit more in depth with their working outs, their workout. The different workouts are a bit more in depth there. This is again the Adidas one. Again, the Adidas one, so I have this Adidas Train here. So there's a few different things from Adidas for different workouts, mostly for running. You have your music, so you can have onboard music. One thing that SQ, well, my SQ does not have, you can pay, I think it's $50 more to get the music version for the SQ. Your relaxing timers, so you're like basically meditation. It keeps on doing that to me. Your weather, which you have to be hooked up or connected to your phone for that to work and actually sync to it. Timer, your wallet again, then different settings there, and Pandora. I've added in a calculator and a calendar and a to-do list. Then you also have your find your phone, so if you lose your phone, you can hit that and your phone will go crazy and we can find it. And then your different watch faces here. And again, you can only store a certain amount. I think it's 5 of them, but there are crazy. I can do up to 5. Crazy amount on the app itself. Some are free, some are not. And again, these watch faces actually are really, really cool. I really wish Garmin would get some of them or similar ones. To me, the Fitbit wins as far as watch faces go. A quick overview of the Garmin here. So no button on that side, but you have these two here. Hit the top one, it'll go to your exercises, which we might as well go through right now. So you can have a bunch favorited. and then keep on going down, and you get all your other exercises here, and then you can add in more. Hitting the bottom right here will get you back if you're in a menu, like we just saw there. So like we're on here, we can hit this bottom and it'll go back to the home. Swiping up here gets you your day. Then you have different health stats here. Since it's not on my body, it's not going to tell me anything, but it will show you like heart rate, stress, battery, and then respiration. Your history for the week, or for exercise, your heart rate, and then click on that, it will show you extra things. Resting heart rate is there. So you click on any of these, it will show you extra stuff. Here's your body battery. And you can see here, so I did wear this to bed last night. 42 charged. I did not have a good night of sleep. And then temperature or your weather. Then that is notifications. And then that is music control. And this is not the music version, but if you do get the music version, you can put extra music on here. So mine is the non-music version, so I can just control music from my phone, and it works incredibly well. And I think it actually works better than my Phoenix here does. My Phoenix 6X. It actually stays connected to my phone actually a little bit better. From like a farther distance, and it actually just works a bit quicker too, which is actually quite surprising. And if you swipe down, it'll just go the opposite way of what we were just on. And you press and hold the bottom right here, you'll get your different watch faces. Going to, yep, there's a notification. Going to clocks, you'll get alarms, stopwatch, timer, and then set the time. This will do time automatically as well. Your history, so your working out history. And then we have extra settings here, so you can control what widgets you have, which was the swiping up and down on the main screen there. Activities and apps. So again, that is, it had your favorites, and then your extras, so you can set that there. Controls, so what you can control here. Shortcut. So again, that is for hitting these buttons here. Watch faces. So I added in 2 of them, but here you can change in your watch face. So you just hit that, and it will change it for you. Change your different heart rate settings there, your different sensors, or if you're hooked up to other sensors, which you can do on this. Phone settings, your actual profile here, which you can set up in the app itself on your phone. Your safety and tracking, which is really cool, and I don't think Fitbit has that. You actually have live track on here, as long as you're connected to your phone, which is really cool. Activity tracking, so different guys here, including auto activity, as you saw. And then you have different things like your display here. So this is where you would turn on, always on. So you see I do have it on, always on, but it has to be on your wrist for that to work. Gesture, so actually how sensitive it is, and if it's on or off. A whole bunch of other normal stuff there. Yeah, so that's just basically a bit of a comparison here. Both these do seem to be fairly accurate. I wouldn't say one's more accurate than the other. I don't go into that depth of accuracy. If you want to see that in depth of accuracy, you can check out Des Fits or DC Rainmakers. They have excellent on both of these watches for actual in depth and actual accuracy. Both of them do seem to be more than accurate for myself, though. I'm not a crazy athlete or anything like that, so they're more than accurate for me. Again, let me know which one you guys prefer. I do like both of these. I actually think the way they look, I actually like the Ionic. I also like how it is a bit bigger. But I do like the Venu SQ. It is still very nice looking. I just think the Ionic is a tad bit better. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good one. See y'all next time. Goodbye.